How do you like my new intro?
Let's go.
How do you
What?
like my new intro? I worked on that today. You like it?
Sheesh. Okay, sir. Okay, making improvements. I love it. I actually love it.
Yes,
It
sir.
sounds
Thank you.
it's
Thank
it
you.
sounds like the Amber Alert. Let's be real, but it's supposed to capture your attention. Is it working? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah. What's up? Happy Friday, bro. How you doing, bro? How's your day?
Hey, it was a Friday. It was a Friday. Regular Friday. You?
Fridays just feel different, Even
It's
though
cold
like every
outside.
day is
Definitely a cold,
same.
a coldy Friday. Chilly Friday, my friend.
Tell me
We're in
about it. I woke
the
up, my lips are all red. I hate winter, man. Like
yeah. We're
winter's nice for like a short while, and then after a while, bro, it's like
bro. I just started. What are you talking about? It just started.
bro, it's too long, man. 2 months, two months winter would be nice, 2 months of snow, skiing, outdoor hockey, sports, and then that's it, man. It's time to move on, meet
Wow,
some
that's pretty
sun.
much it, man. March, it's over. In March, it's already such, and it's over. So, are we doing the intro?
Yeah, sure.
We,
So
we're
that
always starting backward. We're always starting with the end of the. Let's just see. Just, I want to see the vault opening. I always love the vault opening.
we need to record a video of you and I saying our spiel there. Every day we unravel insides, this, and that, and then let's open the vault.
Either that or right after your quick visual that we saw at the beginning. Right after that, we do the intro
Do the intro right away.
and then we start talking after that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be
yeah.
good. I'll do
Sounds good.
that.
Honestly, I would like some feedback from people watching. What do they think about our intro? How should we? How
It's
should
it's
we?
ba- it's basically the subject of the day: growing an audience when you start from nothing. Here we are, starting from nothing, trying to grow an audience. Hey, that's pretty much that sums up the intro. Like, so we don't have to say what's up, everyone. We already said that.
Well, anyways, let's open the vault. I guess it's time to open the vault. I need to. My arm is
Yeah,
in pain from opening
yeah,
it yesterday. It's heavy. This door. I need
yeah.
your help to open it.
Let's crack open the
Crack open
vault.
the vault. All right, Phil. What do you got planned for us? What do you got cooking today, man? What's on the back burner today?
So, so we're talking about growing an audience, starting from nothing, from your mom's basement. What should it look like? How could it help you? And why should you do it now? That's what we're going to be talking about today.
Okay,
Freestyle Friday.
give me the question.
We're
So I was ready.
we're interviewing ourselves because we have no one today to interview, but doesn't matter. I feel like that should be the thing now. If we don't have a someone interesting to interview on Friday, let's just not force it and let's just find some good conversations to have with ourselves. Why
I
not?
like that question. I like it. I would, if you don't mind, I'd like to tackle it. Actually, Phil.
Yeah, let's go.
Um, so why should you start a business from your mom's basement? Because you have no expenses
Not necessarily
being at home.
necessarily your business, but growing an audience. I meant growing an audience.
Yeah.
So, which means what we're doing now. It could not necessarily be from your mom's basement. I just said that
No, no,
as an
no. I know.
example.
I know. It's an analogy. It's you're just using it as an example.
Yeah.
Like I get it. So like what I take from the question is that if you're in your mom's basement or in a similar situation, you probably don't have high expenses, right? So
Mm.
you probably are in a position where you're not working full time, so you have the time. You're not
Mm.
working to pay off bills. You have the time to build your audience,
Right.
right? And audience is everything. If you have the eyeballs on you, then you're flying, bro. Like you could sell them anything. You could offer anything. You can, it's all about having the eyeballs on you. So for me, when I think of myself, because I was once upon a time in my mom's basement. I am right now actually because I'm visiting my parents because I'm
Yes,
here on
it's
I'm
true.
technically on holidays, right? But yeah, so for me, it's the fact that you don't have to go to work. Like for the person who's living in their or they're like living with other people, they have the time to build their project. And if those people that are in that position that are just playing video games, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I
Mm.
absolutely don't know what to tell you. You're cooked if you maintain like that. Eh, one thing I regret back then, if well, one of the things that I regret is I would milk not my time way more
Hmm.
when I had the opportunity when I was in my mom's basement. Now it's not as easy as just staying home, chilling during COVID, bro. During COVID, why was I playing video games during COVID and
We all
not
did,
building something?
but we all
Why?
did, but we all did though, because it was
Santa Madonna.
bah, bro, I don't want to expand too much on that, but we all went through like massive shift in our careers and some at some point during COVID, and it was some time of adaptation. I went through it. I went through it. I mastered my Call of Duty skills during COVID, like, but not the whole time, not the whole, but at least at the beginning, like the first 3 months, like who knew what was gonna happen, really, and
Imagine thinking it
it
was a
was a
flex
scary
to be
time,
good.
you know. So
Imagine us back then thinking it was a flex to be good on COD.
it never, bro. It never did.
It was a flex. It was a flex. Like,
Was
bro,
it?
this guy's got a KD of 1.78, bro. And
No.
my friends are talking about other friends of mine, like, yo, this person has 1.78 KD. Oh, he's amazing. No, no, no. And now I look at it, it's like, bro, what?
I've heard of
Unless
that
you're
during
streaming.
conversations, like while I was playing, but not at work. Not at work. I never heard of that, but I'm sure it's true. Like I'm sure it's true because I was still working during COVID at some point. But
It's okay to
anyways,
play like recreationally, but I feel like during like
it's
I
obviously
had my
something
crew
that.
of friends.
Sorry,
I,
sorry,
I
sorry.
wish I wish I was hanging around more with you during COVID. I would have probably been working harder. But I was,
But you did actually, did you? We was it at
not
the end of
much.
COVID?
Not the big. It was the end of COVID where we started to like get together, and we were always friends, you and I, for a long time. But
Because
like, I feel
actually,
like
I started the cleaning company during COVID because it was such an opportunity. That's what we did.
yeah, you killed it. You did
Uh,
an amazing job. See, that's what I regret not doing is taking more action like that.
well, yeah. Well, starting a cleaning company starting a cleaning company in general is a very, I wouldn't say a bad idea, but it's a hard idea because everybody was trying to start one at the same time that I was doing that. So it sounds like such a great idea, but on like on paper it was a very complicated venture, and I learned fast pace that I needed to specialize as fast as possible, you know. So yes, it sounds great. Yeah, okay, you were doing, you must have done so much money, like, yes, but I still struggle with the same things that the other companies, the other cleaning companies that were there for years and years and years, they struggle with, and they have more marketing budget. They have more, like, growing an audience right now. Looping back to our subject of the day, growing an audience right now is actually one gold rush. Like, you see these companies rushing towards it. Everybody's trying to like start a podcast or start like their own media platform. Everybody's trying to hook themselves up with some kind of like having their own media, in terms of having their own media. And I have some interesting stats. There's 450 million podcast listeners throughout the world, and it's growing super fast pace. It's growing 15% per year. So it's obviously something.
Was that 50 or 15?
15, one 5,
15%. Okay, that's still massive.
15%. It's still massive. What do you know that's growing 15% right now? Everything is super slow paced and super 15% of and it's a small, bro, 450 million in the world. There's still a lot of space for this to grow. So there's a lot of space for you to jump in the bandwagon. We're still early in this thing. If you have a business, you're still early on. And to create content, it could be shorts, it could be jumping in on someone else's platform, someone else's podcast. But growing an audience from the get-go, that is what we are doing right now. From the jump, how to do that and why should you do it.
Why
George,
not?
what is your why for fun? I want to know. Why are
What
you
is my
here?
why for the podcast?
Yeah.
I find it a lot of fun. Like I have a lot of fun doing this, and it puts me in a position. Like my mindset on this is yes, of course I want to grow the channel, but it's more that it has an immediate benefit for me because like I'm learning a lot, right? And our specific niche, we're reading business books together. We're talking about business books. It forces me every single day to read business books. How can that be a bad thing? So like it's giving me knowledge in the short term, and I'm having fun sharing this knowledge, and I'm having fun talking, with you. We always have good conversations, and I don't know if that qualifies as a why, um, but I took out of my head, like, of course, like I said, of course, I want to. We're on the same page. We want to grow the page. We want to reach more people for sure. Um, in the short term, if I feel like if I'm too fixated on growing that I feel like I would get disappointed in myself, and then not be motivated to continue. So I look at it like, okay, what benefits does it have for me right now? And that's the learning benefit, the having meaningful conversations with my good friend Felix, and then obviously the potential to grow in the future and share our knowledge. So it's
The
pretty much for
question,
me.
the question that you should ask yourself, of course, your why is the first question. Like why you're here
Mhm.
and why would you start a podcast is really important. Really important because down the road, 90% of them are not pursuing their venture. So 90% of podcasts are not
I heard it's
continuing
even higher
after
than that. I heard it's like 99%.
99%.
Something,
Imagine.
yeah, like something crazy.
So only 1% of podcasts are staying, like they're staying in the game.
Yeah. And
And
and if I
and
may, I think that's because the mindset of those people are in it for a certain reason that they didn't achieve and they just gave up early. So for me, setting expectation was like number one for to increase the longevity of the podcast is setting the expectations with it and just having fun and really learning, man. Like
yeah, learning, having something attached to it, like some
yeah, because
learning.
you need like an immediate benefit in order to keep yourself kind of um, kind of in the game.
I
So
feel
I
like I
think that
improved globally my communication
your
skills.
communication skills, English is not even your first language, bro, and you speak phenomenally well right now.
I,
So
I've had comments on my just being able to listen more. Also, I take bigger pauses. It's been what, since August we're doing this thing, and we were
yeah,
cutting each other off all the
yeah,
time at the beginning.
yeah,
It was crazy. So the learning, but improving skills, soft skills that are really important on a marketplace when you're out there trying to just improve. Yes, improve your business. It's important to improve your business, but the core of your culture and your values and everything attached to that is you and what you're doing every single day, what you're representing. And that brings me to that other question in terms of like growing your audience. It also starts with answering this question: why should anyone care about your podcast, about your content? Why should anyone care? And we've asked ourselves that questions thousands of times, you and me, Jordan. Why should anyone care about that episode, that chapter, or that piece of content, or it's on the long run? What are we gonna say to all these people? And why would they care? Why is it important? Why would it be important for them? That question is so important for the long run to also feel coherent and also feel relevant. If you don't feel relevant, you're gonna bore yourself out. You
yeah. And if
won't
you're not
want to jump
growing,
in.
either, you're gonna that's another thing. As human beings, we need to progressively like grow, like slowly but surely. We need to grow. We need to see some improvements. If not, we're just gonna fall off, and we're gonna get tired, and we're gonna be
Tired.
like, no, not for me.
That's
So
everyone.
That's everyone, and for every single scenario, not just a podcast. It's anything you do in life, and is obviously like setting your expectation, like with regard to it, like increasing the longevity of a project, or
Mm.
keeping yourself focused in like a certain task, or something like that. Is really like you need to see growth. Like I'll give you an example, a random example. Like my back's been hurting, whatever. So I've been implementing stretches. Like I've been doing stretching, a lot of like lying down on my back, lifting up my legs. Like a couple of, I went on YouTube and I found some exercises. I went and see an osteopath. They gave me some exercises to do, and so I've been consistently doing it twice a day, because every time I'm doing them, I'm feeling that I'm able to stretch a bit more. I'm able to go deeper in my stretches. My back is feeling better and better and better. And so now I'm so motivated to keep on doing my stretches. No, 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 no. You know, and now I'm doing it 2-3 times a day, every single day. But if I wasn't feeling better, eventually I'd be like, oh, bro, fuck this. It's not working
Right,
anymore.
after
You know,
2 weeks,
the same thing
after
applies for
3 weeks.
anything, I think.
Man, no, see, sir, it takes over. It makes you think, right? It makes you think of all the things that people do, and maybe because you say that, but it doesn't apply to everything. Like scrolling on TikTok forever, you don't know that it's bad for you. You just keep on going because
Time
dopamine
just
is so high.
flies. You don't even notice the time flying, bro. It's crazy.
And this is your, like, you were talking about Call of Duty during COVID, but in my head I was thinking about scrolling now, what it does to you right now. And
Yeah.
instead of like feeding someone else's audience, you could be out there just like using that time to grow your own.
Yeah.
And like,
Totally.
okay, if you're scrolling, okay, scroll with a purpose at least. That would be my personal advice. That's what I did when I started to be like more serious in my business a while back. I deleted everything out of my socials and I started again. So I unfollowed everything and anything that I was following since the beginning of me being on social media, and I just started again because my purpose changed. Like by the time I was there, all the stuff that I was following, it was changing the algorithm for me. So the algorithm
Right.
was pushing me a bunch of like random stuff, Disney and like a bunch of random stuff. And I unfollowed everything to just like clean it up
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
restart the algorithm for me. And I was starting to see some fresh things, like content ready for the stuff that I was doing actually right now. And from there, I actually never really had to do a cleanup again, because from that time, everything that I added to the pile was just some good content that I was actually interested in, and that was relevant. So it helps you. It helps you build some good creativity around all these ideas, all this noise, this content. No, there's
Yeah,
an
there's
infinity
so
of
much.
content.
There's so much, dude. It's endless. You can literally be on 24/7. You'll never run out. You won't even get close to consuming a fraction of the content. You can literally just scroll your life away, and there'll always be something. There'll always be new stuff. But there's a way to like. It's interesting because like, yeah, it's bad to just always scroll, but if you're gonna do that, at least fill up your algorithm with interesting and knowledgeable content. So I started following all these wealth pages, the business pages. So then I started getting ads on that, business ideas. So now I'm getting ads on business ideas. It's just people dropping business knowledge. If we're gonna use it, might as well use it the proper way,
Properly.
right?
Yeah.
I still don't think it's ideal. It's just you're still like, you're ruining your eyes. You're hunched over. Like, it can't be good for us long term. There's other
No.
ways to consume that knowledge. Read a book. Uh,
I have
Yeah.
a timer on all my apps, right? 15 minutes on Facebook per
I had
day.
that. I turned it off. I
15
was
minutes.
like, "Fuck, I want to go a bit longer. Fuck.
It's perfect. It's the
It
best
is.
thing. You could always over, but I try to really follow it. I think I have 15 minutes on Facebook total, and now I ended up having days where it really changed my. I was going like anyone else. I was going like 45 minutes on Facebook per day, more than that. When I realized, who did that? My coach at the gym. She did that. She said, "You really want to know how much time you're spending? Go there, go there, go there."
Go check your. Yeah.
She showed me. I was like,
Insane.
God, that's insane. I'm spending so much time.
Yeah.
And I'm like at work doing
It's
some
scary to
work
look at.
thing, but
It's
it's not
fucking.
good.
It's really scary to look at, bro. I can't even look at it anymore. I'm like, bro. I looked at it last time. I had like, whoop. I had like 4 hours a day of like I just hit my computer table and it fucking fell. Hey Amit, you got Amit Patpati in the house.
Hey,
How are
what's
you,
up,
brother?
bro?
What you up to, Amit? What's going on? Thanks for joining, bro. And
Thanks,
thanks
man.
for the words of encouragement as usual. Love you,
Thanks,
dog.
always appreciated. We were talking about growing an audience, Amit. Growing an audience from the jump, from scratch, from the ground, like we're doing. And yeah, we were talking about why should anyone care? You know, that's the first question you should ask yourself. Why would anyone care about what you're doing as like the content that you're creating? At some point, if you want to keep going, you need to ask yourself, why would anyone care about that? And that's the first question you should ask yourself. And moving on, Jord, uh, I want to ask you what value do you think we're offering here on the Strategy Vault podcast? What kind of value we're bringing on that thing?
I,
What value are we
I,
bringing
I, I
to this
hope
call?
I hope that the knowledge that we're gathering from the books, like I was actually thinking of this the other day in the shower, and I was thinking I was like, what are people gaining from watching our show? What are people getting? And what I came up with is a lot of people don't have much time to read books and stuff like that. So imagine we're sitting there doing the work of reading the books and sharing all those important principles with people. So all they got to do is just listen to us, break it down in simple terms, the
Hmm.
main ideas from these business books written by you know, like real and massive business people. YouTube, etc., are boosting new channels now.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's nice. I
Yeah,
didn't.
I hope a lot of people are like, you know what, I like to look at it like I'm not a guru. I say this all the time, like I'm not a guru. I'm here to learn as well, and I hope that we're all learning something together every single day. And if one person learns one thing, then I'm happy with that. I'm here to have fun and learn new stuff. And
I
yeah,
think I think that the most interesting thing about us is we're not giving up. We're not giving
it
up.
is
We're there.
interesting. Yeah,
We're there to stay, and I find it very nice that we didn't stop ourselves from not having the full proper equipment, the full proper setup in the background. My thing is shaky a little bit. Your thing just fall down in front of your face. But it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't like and people are full of complexes. Like this area I feel is filled with complex filled people, and business school and every like business coach, they all tell you the same thing: find what these other guys are not doing. Just find what they're not doing and master it. What these
wow,
guys are not doing is like going out there, complex less. Just go without a complex. Just go out there, show that you're learning, show that you're trying out stuff, and it doesn't matter. This is about like this case scenario is about us learning how to do it, and starting from scratch, getting us known, getting us. You don't learn by looking at other people all day. Ugh, I learned so much. Watch so
and
many
dude,
content
the thing
creators.
the thing is, dude, is the not giving up factor. That it's so powerful, because most people are just giving up after a few months. But I think in anything you do, if you just don't give up, you're eventually gonna hit your goals. Special hello to Mr. Steve Geffen. Thanks for the like, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Steve.
And Amit
Hier aussi.
Papatia.
I
Amit
myself grew
Papatia.
900 new subscribers this month in one
Oop.
channel and started to grow this YouTube channel. I think I got 90 last week so far.
Okay,
Wow.
you need to share your recipe here, Amit, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people watching can benefit from this, from how you did it. What's your trick?
It has to be a combination of things, Jordan. It has to be a combination of marketing outside of the and shorts and keeping good shorts, and it has to be a combination of things. And I see I don't want to talk about too much about stats on Friday. It's supposed to be freestyle. and chill out Friday. But I see the stats. It's a healthy chart that's going slowly upward in terms of like impressions, in terms of like subscribers and people joining the live every night. I mean, it's just healthy and it's just fun. It's we don't have pressure to like. Of course, you
900
still
subscribers in 1
still
month.
need content. But
How
like,
does one achieve 900 subscribers in 1 month if their name is not Cristiano Ronaldo?
aim for
Aim
watch
for
hours.
watch hours.
Yeah,
What does
I-
that mean? What does that mean, Amit? Can you expand on this?
it's the amount of time combined that people watch your videos. So that's what he means. So
Aim
if
for watch
people
hours.
so if people watch your video, if one person watches your video for 45 minutes, it's 45. If two people watch it, it's 45 plus 45 plus 45. So it's all combined. So at some point, if you have three people watching your whole hour, you have 3 hours of watching.
Okay, got it. And so if 3 people watch 20 minutes each, we would have 1 hour of watch time. Okay, got it.
Exactly.
So what do we do with that, Amit? What do we do with that information? Aim for watch hours. How do I get 900 subscribers in 1 month on my channel if my name is not Cristiano Ronaldo or Mr. Beast? One, know your audience,
know your topic.
Have a good hook for the first 30 seconds and get rid of wrong audience.
Get rid of wrong audience. That's interesting. So
Are
when
you
you say
thinking what
that,
I'm
how do
thinking?
you get rid? How do you get rid?
Are you
of
thinking
wrong
what I'm
audience?
thinking of?
No, not even. I was not thinking. Now I think about what you're thinking, but I was not thinking about what you were thinking at the beginning when I asked my question. I was just wondering how you do that. But
I think
guess
Steve Geffen had the best advice. Steve Geffen, if he's still here, had the best advice. Just take your shirt off and you'll get more subscribers. Remember when Steve said that a few months ago when he was watching us?
But he was not wrong though. And you put that as a thumbnail. Obviously, we're striking to the moon. Literally.
Yeah, but would you be down? Yeah, but okay, but let's be honest. Would you be down if I try bold stuff like that? Or are you gonna tell me
I
no,
would be
it's not
down.
a
I would be down.
channel,
But I
it's
feel
not
like
a channel.
if you do it, we're going to the moon. If I do it, we're closing. We're closing.
No, everybody loves it. Yeah, but bro, I don't know. The camera doesn't see, but I'm getting a bit. I quit smoking.
You can
Quit
name
smoking
your.
a few months ago.
You can name You can name your titties to how to.
Your titles, bro. This guy. I think you need a thicker pair of glasses.
I'm kidding. I knew it. How do people use YouTube to say it's Friday? Should I say it's
Can I go grab a beer? I don't know. You want to go on? You want to go a bit longer than 30 today, or
why not? Let's go. Why not?
yeah, I'm gonna go get a beer. I'll be right back.
No problem. Let's go.
But is Steve Geff in the house though? I need Steve Geff in the house. Otherwise, I'm not getting a beer.
Steve Geff in the house. Steve Geff in the house.
Oh shit!
Really nice. You don't invite me. We should have the podcast right there, bro.
Yeah, we should have it right here. Come. Okay, hold on.
The algorithm favors one person who watches your video for 20 minutes, then 100 people for 2 minutes. Oh, interesting. Which means what? Which means we should have longer videos. YouTube should. The algorithm favors longer videos rather than like 2 minutes or 5 minutes videos. I feel like it should encourage you to post longer stuff. In my opinion, longer is better, but content needs to. We had so much problem at the beginning. Creating a good amount of content for a long period of time. But then the frequency of podcasts need to we want it to be constant, So at some point,
Constantinople
can profit more from fewer relevant subscribers is what it means. Okay. That's what I read also. Fewer, more specialized and quality subscribers who know exactly your products and what you're standing for. Interesting.
But 900, yeah, it's like you said, there's a mix of
So
different.
know your niche then. So know your niche. That's the whole game. Know your niche. Know where you're going with this.
Yeah, but
Why should
Ahmed,
you care?
do you like? I want to know something. Is this your full time gig? In order for you to get in order for one to get 900 subscribers, does one need to spend a lot of time doing it? Because Felix and I, we have other stuff, other projects and businesses on the side, so it's kind of tough to also manage the podcast, manage the content. It's a lot of work, man. Just curious how you do it. Cheers, guys. Cheers, and Steve Gibbs, if you're still there, l'chaim.
Cheers, guys. But like Simon, Simon Sinek. You know this guy,
Simon Sinek.
Simon
Yeah, that tells me
Sinek.
something.
This guy says people don't buy what you do; they buy why you do it. Do you agree? Do you agree with that? Would you agree with that?
Totally.
Why?
Yeah, like for example, companies that are selling sustainable, that are, the companies that are sustainable, and they make products with the planet in mind. For example, that use less electricity or whatnot. Like there are certain part of the population that are buying from these companies just because they're sustainable. So they don't care. I guess they care less about the product that they're getting. They care more about how is it. Is the company being responsible? That's just one example.
So one could start their audience. I feel like we've had those stories of people just starting their audience from nothing. They were like at their mom's home and they started something, and it worked. People jumped in. They were like, "Hey, this is nice, man. I love your content." So young girls, young people, they're like younger than us. I'm 35 years old. Like I feel like they know their audience and they're closer to their audience because they're at school and they know exactly what's working, so they know what to post and they just do it, and it's just natural for them. Which is, I feel like at some point it is less natural for us. It is more work for us. It is more research. It feels like more work once you get a little older, and that content creation thing becomes like more like confusing. It's like, what should I post, and what's a what not? What should I not post? And it becomes more of a, I don't know, for me on the content creation side, I just feel like it seems when I look at other content creators who are most of the I see a lot of young content creators, young people in their 20s, doing stuff, and I see them talking. They're like, yeah, it's almost like they don't know what hit them. They're like, hey man, I don't know, I just started this TikTok thing and it just went fucking fired.
I think Amit was on something when he said you need to know your audience and know, and even you asked the important question: what's our why in doing this? And I think it's all about knowing our identity. What is our identity?
Mm-hmm.
What is our why? We should know this in our back, like right away, right here. When somebody asks, shouldn't have to think about that. Like, oh, let me get the piece of paper that I wrote my core values. No, none of that shit. It's right
You have
here.
a brand problem. Yeah,
I live by it. I live by it every single day. Which is like, I'm not stressed for us because, like, yeah, okay, we started it with the intention, like, let's just go, let's just action, and we'll figure it out as we go. But I think now we're sitting in the crossroads. Like, okay, now we need to have a direction. We need to have a certain direction now. Okay, we started it. We're at like 30 something subscribers. Okay, great. What is our identity? Are we here for pure entertainment? Are people learning? Like,
we're obviously not here screaming like some other podcasts that I've seen, and they're working.
Maybe we should scream. Maybe we should scream if it's gonna work.
Guys, know your identity. I already have like that.
because people like watching people with high energy.
Interesting. Amit says self-documentary is one of the type of podcasts that is popular. You kind of doing that. It's true. we're self-documenting. Like, look at my background. This might just grow into something else. And we're just at episode 74, which is also interesting because I'm saying just episode 74 because I've seen guys after 4 years, they started growing some kind of audience, because before that it was in the hundreds, like some it was their close up friends and their friends and people they talked to and said, hey, go watch that podcast. It really kicked in after like really 4 years, 270.
Yeah, exactly.
300.
That's why.
Like,
yeah, bro, for sure.
So I
For
feel like
sure,
it's
man.
just that we started in August, like. But could you imagine someone who's starting and expecting results after like 3 weeks, 4 weeks? How deceiving it could just become for you? Like,
Yeah, but that's the
you can't
reason why
expect.
most people quit. Anything that they start, most people quit because of that instant gratification that they're not receiving from the time that they're putting in. And then they think things happen overnight. The shit doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't. Manage those expectations and you'll be way better off when you're starting a new project. You're going to stick by it. You're going to stick by your guns.
As you should, and as you would if you would, like, nobody's looking at their portfolio, looking at their their investments every day, expecting them to just grow overnight. Everybody understands that, but when you're in a project, you expect it to grow right away and work right away, because you've learned through the grapevines that some people were just like, it was just working for them, like out of the box. I don't know, like, for me it's nonsense. People really need to like work on their why. And I know for a lot of you guys, you have a why. You really have a strong why. You just don't know where to start. And it's my core thing. Like, I didn't want to wait until I could like just get the full studio. I understand the full studio. I understand it's a very nice thing. I hope I get the studio once, and me and George could just like be in the studio and have a big podcast and invite people. Yeah, it's all in the. I'm not talking about that though, because it's not the core thing of this podcast. The core thing of this podcast is really about starting something. Talking about starting somewhere. Where could you start? Amazon, $150 makes it. Makes it. If you don't have a camera, you have a phone, use your phone. Download an app. Here you go, my friend. You're on the map. You're on LinkedIn. You need, I think, 200 subscribers. 250 connections on LinkedIn to start posting. Get those 250 connections. Start with that. Next action. Boom. What's my next action? Add more people on LinkedIn. By next week, I need 50 more. Goals, my friends. And growing your audience is part of just like a set of small steps. And we started somewhere. At some point, you remember, George, like just putting our live stream platforms on was not possible at the beginning. Like, we could just started right off the bat. We could have just stopped there. Hey man, I don't have enough subscribers on LinkedIn. We can't do that.
Yeah, but we said fuck Didi. We're in this for the long haul, man. We're in this for the long haul, my friends. Admit, not that hard to turn your YouTube into profit in my brain. I like your optimism. I'd be down. Obviously, I mean that's that means we're helping people, right? You get paid for the problems that you solve.
It's definitely less hard than turning a cleaning company into
next
profit.
Is you get sponsored to read a book and talk about it, and then you make your final review video for people with pros, cons, and further reading documentation. That's a good idea. Yeah, we are. I guess we are self-documenting our journey. Yeah, Amit always slaps, huh?
Yeah, he has.
Amit's comments always they hit in the right.
You make a final review video for people with pros, cons, and further reading documentation. Yes,
we should reach out to authors. Is that how you do it? Reach out to authors and say, "Hey, we'd like to review your book live." Sorry to change the subject, Amit. I just wanted to ask you, because does our background, the blue background there, does that bother you when you're watching us?
Yeah, I've heard that for some people it was actually
I'm gonna change that.
bottoming their eyes.
Yeah. Let me see. I could change it right now. Actually, you got that feedback, Phil?
Yeah, I've had that
Okay.
feedback that the blue thing was a little bit disturbing when watching
Okay.
it
Let's
live.
change it.
Especially when watching on TV. I watched it
What
on
about this
TV.
one here? Is
It's
this
nice.
still disturbing?
No, it's nice. It's nice. Um, but yeah, finding your niche. The mistake is trying to appeal to everyone. Um, we did that mistake at the beginning. We all do that mistake. We're trying to appeal, posting on LinkedIn, trying to appeal to everyone, trying to make a general post, broader like post. Yeah, talk to all the business owners of Montreal. You don't want to talk to all the business owners. You want to talk to like some people at some time of the day. One person at a. Make it feel like it's one person at a time. I'm on black and night color. I'm following the small screen. Okay.
I'm on black and night color.
But what do you think about that, Jord? Focusing on specific groups. How could you make your audience um, more narrow and really think about a more um, specific approach, focused approach on growing your audience?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, bro. Because you know the expression "jack of all trades, master of none."
Mm.
You don't want to be there. Because if you're in that category of you're just master at everything, there's always going to be somebody who's better than you at something. So the key is to be the best at one thing.
So if you're out there, you have
The key is
a
to grow. Yeah. So the key is to specialize when you're growing, and then diversify to keep your wealth. So focus on one thing and you grow, and then once you grow, then you diversify to keep your wealth.
and my question would be, if I have, let's say, I don't know,
Yeah, the Speroni here.
a cement company, or I'm in trades, and I've had that company for 20 years. I want to jump in the bandwagon of content creation, but I don't know how. I feel like what do you think people should be doing? We've had that conversation before. People are hiring agencies, and we know that these agencies are very expensive and they're not necessarily producing the best thing. So how do you start? If you're not a content creator, it's hard. Like we've been in this thing for 3 months now, 3-4 months. It's difficult. So I'm in trades. I'm an electrician, and I want to be on a podcast or I want to be on a platform. What should be that person's first next action? What's the next action? I'm an electrician. I want to do that thing. I want to do that podcast.
Start filming on the job.
On the job?
Start filming on the job.
What kind of content on the job?
Just your day at work. Like you're changing lights, you're changing wires, you're drilling in the wall to get the wires out. Wear a GoPro on your head and start filming. You can go on. I actually, you know what's crazy, Phil? This morning I opened up my phone. I know it's bad to open up your phone as soon as you wake up, but I opened up my phone when I woke up. I had a notification on TikTok. So I go on TikTok, bro. The first live that I see is a garbage man, a garbage person collecting garbage. You know, when they're standing on the back of the truck, the guy has his phone set up. He has like 2,000 viewers that are in the live watching this guy go about his day picking up garbage. And they're all messaging, yo, man, have a good day, have a good shift. And people are encouraging him. And it's just a regular dude picking up garbage. And I guarantee you that guy's probably making more money on his TikTok than he is on his day job. And all he's doing is filming him. I was watching him for a bit. He would position the camera on the back of the truck there. You just see him hold, when the garbage collectors are holding the back of the truck, the truck stops. He gets up. You see him walking away, get the garbage, put it in, press the compacting, and he's doing all that with his phone.
I guess you need to have your boss okay with that also, but it's definitely one good way. But if you want to be more like on platforms or on podcast, what's the best thing or what's the first thing you should do to approach? Should you approach other podcasters to go on their platforms? Like, what would be your first like reflex? If you're a business, like as a business owner, You're trying to like. I know for you it's easy because you like. I don't want to say it, but your sister has a podcast. Your sister has a platform, and like one of the first things you did was jumping on her platform. So it was kind of a nice bridge. But for other people who don't have that chance, what would be a good first step, in your opinion?
So that's a good question. So like, and this is like an everyday person just working their job.
Not necessarily their job. I mean, I feel if you're trying to grow an audience and you're trying to like find your why, you're probably a business owner, or you're probably like an electrician, a plumber. You know, it's your sole proprietorship. It's your business.
Yeah,
you're trying to grow. You're trying to get known. They saw other plumbers do it, and they work their shift very well. They're like, shit, I want to do the same thing. I don't want to do the same thing that this guy is doing, but I want to do something. You know, I want to go into that content creation thing. How could you start? Like, what would you say to like one guy? And I want to hear it in the comments. Like, what would you say to that guy? Where should you start? How do you start into content creation? What's your first like? Do you go on someone else's platform, get someone else to ask you questions? Like, if you're shy, should you do like faceless content? I'm not into faceless content. I don't like that. And I'm bro. When I
think it's harder to grow. It's harder to grow when you're faceless content. But I've seen it happen.
I've seen it happen also, but
it's just a human. It's a human like a reaction or a human experience to want to watch other humans. It's just normal. And when you have content that's just like voiceover, it could work for sure. And I've seen some channels, like successful channels on that. But at the end of the day, man, you want to put your face there and you want to connect. It's easier to connect when you're showing your face there, you know. But those are very valid questions that you're asking, Phil.
I thought I was like someone who was outgoing, like not shy at the beginning when we started doing content. I thought I was ready. And I basically realized when we opened the cameras and we started this thing, I was more shy.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good night, Amit.
Get ready for bed. Stay strong, consistent, Gio and Felix. Hey, thank you.
Thanks for the support, bro. You come on the podcast soon, huh?
Anytime, Amit. I was like, it's more difficult than you think when you start, and it gets easier as you go. But for me, the first action was to. I'm like that, you know. I'm like that. I'm just gonna go crash course 101. Just post it, my man. Just do it.
What time is it? 7:00. Go watch the Habs game. There's a Habs game. Habs against Washington tonight. Definitely want to watch that game. This is inappropriate, Amit. I think you should just trust God, praise the Lord, Jesus Christ, find a good church, a good preacher, and pray. You clearly don't know what's coming, Amit. I don't know. I don't get it.
People are fighting in the chat here.
What's inappropriate, Crypto? You want to share it with the rest of the class?
I didn't see anything inappropriate. I don't understand. Because the guy left, or
you're not into these niches. Look how fiend we are for drama. Me and Phil were like looking.
Yeah, bro. Where's the drama? Like,
where's this spot? What's wrong, Crypto? What's wrong? What did I do?
Fighting in the chat.
Take you off.
If you're not into these niches, people were talking about money in the chat. I don't know. If you're not into these niches, I don't think you can monetize a YouTube channel. I don't know, man. It's
okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate your opinions, though. Nonetheless,
it's all about.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am respecting the opinions of people. I am. I'm just not into. Okay, bro. Like, this is not.
Nah,
okay.
Bro. Come on. You can't do that in here, bro.
No,
you can't do that.
No,
that's not nice, bro.
No. Just gonna delete this comment, bro.
Bro, I like it when you come here, but bro,
you can chill with us, but you can't just snap on people and say bad things. So I won't name you, but if you know which comment you just said, just know that it's inappropriate and we're not gonna accept it. Moving on, bro. I just have these messages to do for for Uninet before we're because we spoke about a bunch of things, but I think we forgot our little commercial break because we need
Let's
to
put
do
a
that
little
quick,
song when you like a little
do you have a
sound. I want
song
to
for
try
me?
something. Yeah, I want to try it out. If you're okay with it.
100%. Little quick break. It's nothing, bro. It's 2 minutes. Tell me when
Here,
you're
let me
ready.
just get it. I don't think I brought it into StreamYard. Let me just
Because yesterday I felt so bad at doing my messages. I really apologize. And this is a live, bro. This is live things.
product
I can't
placement
change
here.
it.
Here, I'm gonna bring in the music for you, and I'm gonna put it really low. And you know what? Try to get it good, because then we could snip it, like get it as like a nugget.
Okay, I'm trying.
Okay.
Tell me when you're.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower the.
Yeah. So shout out to Entretien Uninet. It's our sponsors. They're not just a cleaning service, they're a partner in keeping your business running smoothly. So whether it's cleaning production machinery or ensuring spotless workspaces, check them out at entretienuninet.ca. And let's not forget Stratégie Conseil. If you're serious about scaling your business strategically, they're the team to help you. From innovative strategies to hands-on guidance, visit stratégieconseil.ca. Thank you, my friend, for the great music. Let's go.
Awesome.
So, bro, today's lesson: start small, stay consistent, do posts,
And manage your
LinkedIn.
expectations.
Yeah.
I wanted to play a video on YouTube of Patrick Bet-David, but I don't know. I'm just worried with copyright and stuff. I don't know. I still don't know how it works exactly. Like, but he said some interesting things on starting a podcast. And his number one rule. I sent it to you, by the way. It was like 25 minutes long, and he gave 20 rules for starting a podcast. And one of his first rules was, if you're doing it for the money, don't do it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he's like, if you're just doing it for the money, don't do it, because you're gonna get discouraged.
Yeah, there's no money in it. There's no money in there, like especially at the beginning.
At the beginning, yeah. Like,
but the money's in something else.
Master Schiller. He's a Schiller man.
But these guys, like, they worked on something else and they pushed it through the podcast. The podcast is the medium. It's the channel. It's where you're zapping through that. If you're scrolling, you see us, you stay. We won, and we push something else. It's not the podcast that brings us money, and you don't want it to be that. You want something else. You want it to be a media. Medias, they make money how? They make money by selling other people's things, right?
Yeah, it's all about those eyeballs. It's all about getting the eyeballs.
Right. So that's it, and that's the key thing. The key takeaway of today.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed today's live.
Me too.
I really did. It was nice.
Very
I like Freestyle Fridays. I always like having conversations with you. We always have really nice conversations.
100%, man. 100%.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna wish you a fucking amazing weekend. I don't know why I swore, but
it's fine.
I want to go watch the Habs game. But
yeah, me too.
I wish you a nice weekend. You're gonna watch the game too?
Yeah. Let's go watch the game now. I'm going there.
Nice.
Yeah,
and tomorrow, we meet tomorrow?
Of course. Talk about it a little bit. See the stats.
Perfect.
See the stats. All right, guys.
All right,
see you on Monday for
Friends,
Marketing Mondays.
Yes,
Have a
and
great weekend,
also if you guys don't mind subscribing to our channel, if you guys like our content, subscribe, drop a comment, like our page, really helps a lot. And yeah, man, let's put some outro music.
If you liked it, thumbs up for us to know that you liked it. Ciao, guys.